Food is the key. Food is the magic unicorn that everybody is searching for when they ask me what's the most important thing. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope everybody's doing good. I get asked all the time, is it food? Is it cardio? Is it the type of weights? Whether it's, HIIT training or bodybuilding or 6 to 8 reps or 12 to 15 reps. Is it supplementation? Is it performance enhancing drugs? What's the key, coach? What's the key? How can people look like this? How come you look like this? How come you used to look like this? The truth is, it's food. It's food. It is food 110%. I will bet my lungs, my homes, my eyes on it. It is food. You cannot beat food. You cannot outsmart or out-trick bad food, okay? Let me explain this to you guys. I can show you hundreds and thousands of examples of guys and girls that lift like crazy. They're in the gym 5, 6, even 7 days a week. They have a lot of movement. A lot of them are actually coaches and PTs. They get 8, 9, 10,000 steps a day. They're carrying these huge 20, 25 kg plates all day. They lift hard. They move a lot. They're on performance enhancing drugs. 10, 15 times the amount of anabolic and androgenic levels of an average human being. But if they took their shirt off, you would never guess that they were a fitness advocate. They might have some weight to them and some size, but man, they got one sloppy, sorry physique, the guys and the girls. Even sometimes in the right angles, they'll look good in leggings, from certain angles, but there's no striations, there's no muscle tone there. Their skin is bad. They've got body fat hanging all over the place. They're trying to tuck inside of places. And that's fine. I'm not judging anybody for what they look like. But when people ask me what's the key to really looking great, being lean, being muscular, looking good year round and feeling good, it's food. You can't outsmart or beat great food. If you eat great, I mean really good, your calories are matched to your output on a daily basis. Your protein is high. You're getting good fiber. You're getting good vitamins and minerals because you're eating whole foods, vegetables, and fruits. Your hydration is good and your sleep is good. You can lift like an absolute sissy and look great. If you eat good and lift half-assed and take 0 drugs, you will look good. You will look great, especially to the average eye. I'm not talking about like the extremists and people that are advocates of bodybuilding and stuff like that. To the average person, you look phenomenal. If you are walking on the beach or at the pool or in a gym, you look great. You look like the ideal person that most people want to be with, okay? That all comes from food. You can do all the cardio in the world. Look at guys in boxing, in UFC, okay? Look at some of the physiques in there. They look horrible and they do tons of cardio. They skip, they do 10, 12 rounds a day. They've got a striking coach for boxing. They got a jiu-jitsu coach. They do their cardio, but they don't have great physiques. They're in the higher weight classes, some of these guys, because they don't eat good. Their body holds on to body fat. And in the light heavyweights and super heavyweights, they want to have more weight, so they're eating more food to be heavier when they hit that guy or lay on top of him. But food is the key, I promise you. If you see me now, natural, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, how many years now since I quit and downsized compared to what I used to look like before as an athlete and competing and using performance enhancing drugs, my body is exactly the same, but much bigger, much bigger. It didn't change the shape of my muscles. It didn't change where my insertions are. It didn't change anything. It just makes you larger. That's it. It just makes you bigger. There's no magic drug. And like I said before about the coaches and athletes that take performance enhancing drugs, they don't have lean bodies when they don't eat right. They take fat burners, they take growth hormone, they take thyroid medications, they take asthma medications, clenbuterol, DNP, Cytomel, all of these things to be able to try to mitigate the junk food that they love to eat, the pizzas, the pastas, the candies, the Haribus that they're stuffing in their faces in the gym, talking about it's going to give them a pump. And they look horrible, even with all of those drugs in there. And that's just to keep them from getting extremely overweight. You can't beat good food, I promise you. Just look at the photos of me using PEDs and not using PEDs. I always ate whole food. I always stayed active, even when I was trying to grow. Even when I was at my biggest, I knew that cardio was important, movement was important for my digestion, for my organs, for my health, and for everything. So the only thing that changed was my size. Everything else was done with food. So I promise you guys, if you can get really good at eating, you don't have to do as many steps. You don't have to lift as hard for the general person. If you're trying to get extremely muscular, then yes, you do have to push yourself when it comes to the weights. You do have to hit these peaks of top sets, your last sets where you're hitting failure often within these workouts every single time that you're working out. And you're going to be exhausted from that. And the same thing goes if you're trying to be extremely lean, if you're trying to get sub 10, 9% body fat, which nobody should be doing to look good on the street or at the beach or for work pictures or for themselves. You're going to have to suffer. You're going to have to be hungry. You're going to have to do some extra cardio. But for the average person, if you want to look good and have a nice stomach and a nice physique, guy or girl, just eat really, really good and you can do a lot less of the other stuff. You don't have to train as hard. You still have to train hard, but not as hard. You don't have to be screaming in the gym. You don't have to feel like you're dead afterwards. And you don't have to do extreme amounts of cardio. Trust me, that is all it takes for you to be able to have the physique that in your mind looks great, that everybody compliments you on. You get to wear the outfits that you like to wear and live a good life that's maintainable, right? What I do now, I walk twice a day with my dogs, nice and chill. I eat my whole foods and I exercise about 4 times a week with weights for 35 to 40 minutes maximum. That's it. That's it. To be able to look like this in my mid 40s. I don't need drugs. I don't need crazy heavy weights. I don't need to starve. I don't need to overeat. I eat 3 meals a day, but I do it consistently. And my food is, to me, the best. I give myself quality food as much as possible. And once in a while, we might order something from out as takeout. Or once in a while, when I'm out, I'll eat something that might be fried or something. But 95% of my food is whole food. And that mitigates everything else that someone would have to do to try to be in shape like I am. So I promise you, food is your unicorn, as I said. And aside from that, you're going to have a great immune system, great cognitive function, great libido, great health markers, great longevity, low toxicity in your body. You're going to feel good. You're going to have great quality of life. Why would you try to mitigate that with just eating shit and doing more cardio to eat the shit? Like maybe your body weight changes a little bit because you do the extra cardio, but you're still going to be sick. Your skin's going to look like crap. Your libido is going to be like crap. Your mind serotonin is created at your gut health. You're not going to really feel good about yourself. You're going to easily be stressed out, be triggered, be upset, be depressed, be anxious because your brain is running off of your stomach. So I can't really see the logical reason, except for laziness and greed, why somebody would think to themselves like, how much of the junk can I keep eating and get a great physique? Can I just run for an hour and a half a day? Can I take this certain drug? What if I lift 7 times a week and just live in the gym? You know what I mean? And I'm just exhausted from training, but I get to eat junk. It's really, really stupid, immature, and unwise. So I promise you, learn how to eat well, stay full with healthy foods, make great recipes with single ingredient foods. You're going to have the body that you want. You're going to have a great life. I hope this can bring you guys some value. If you have any questions, you want some help trying to set up your nutrition for your life and your exercise, shoot me a DM. I can put you on my program. Stay good to yourself and let nothing and nobody get in the way of the life that you want to live. See you guys next time.